Salut à tous, c'est Marie de Just French It. In this episode of Vendredi Vocabulary, we are going to see another 10 ways. 10 ways to say something in French, and this week's topic is the word oui. Oui. Oui is probably the first word you learned in French, but did you know that depending on the situation, oui might not be the word you need to say. So let's see 10 ways to say oui in French. Before we dive in, I just wanted to tell you that I updated the Roadmap to Fluent French, which is a step-by-step guide on how to learn French. You can download it on my blog for free. The link is in the description below the video. So if you are overwhelmed, if you don't know how to learn French, you should definitely download this guide. It is going to help you a lot. The second way, and it's important to remember that in French and with French people, you need to be polite. And I have a whole video on the subject which I really advise you to go and check out. I will put a link in the description box below the video, and there will be a link probably on the screen as well if I don't forget. So the second way you can say oui is to say oui merci. Oui merci. It is a polite way to say oui. Oui merci. Yes, thank you. Easy, right? The third way is a casual way to say oui, and it is ouais. Ouais. The sound is eh. Ou eh. Ouais. And sometimes you will hear it with a M at the beginning and it sounds like this. Mouais. Mouais. You know, it's not a very dynamic way to say yes. If people reply to you with a ouais or ouais, maybe you have not convinced them very much. Maybe they are not really interested in what you are saying. So watch out for this one. Ouais, mouais. The fourth way to say oui in French is si. Si can be a bit confusing because it's a yes that is negative. It means someone said something with a negation in the sentence and you are contradicting them by saying yes, actually yes. Si. Si. For example, tu n'as pas encore reçu ta carte, you still haven't received your card. Si, je l'ai reçu ce matin. Yes, actually, I did receive it this morning. The fifth way to say yes in French, and we saw that 2 weeks ago in another Vendredi Vocabulary episode, and it is to say ok, ok, or d'accord, or ça roule, and there is 10 other ways in this video, which I will link on the screen. You can go and check it out right after this one. Yes also means yes, of course. You can also say yes in situation when you mean of course. Yes, of course, yes. Can you do that? Yes, I can, of course. In this situation, in French, you would say something like bien sûr, bien sûr, bien sûr. Or évidemment, évidemment. Be careful here, the sound you are pronouncing is a sound, évidemment. Another way you can say yes in a very casual, dynamic, young way to say it, or maybe I'm biased because that's something I say a lot, and it is carrément. 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 It means totally. Carrément. You sometimes can actually hear this within sentences as well, but that's another topic that maybe we will cover in another video. This one is really interesting. Bah oui, bah oui, bah oui. It depends where you are in France. Sometimes it would sound like a ba, sometimes it will sound like a bé. Depends where you are in France. In the north of France, it's more like a ba. Ba. It's in between the a and the e. I am not expecting you to say that with a correct pronunciation, but if you hear it, here's what it means. It means it is common sense that. I'm feeling like my translation is not perfect, but that's the best I could do. It's really tricky to translate this little word, which is not really a word. I'm not even sure you can actually find it in a dictionary. But if you hear someone say ba or bé before a sentence, it means it is common sense that. It's the kind of answers you would have to something you are saying that is, you know, really universal, or an opinion that is shared by a lot of people, for example. So another way you can say oui in French without saying oui is by saying tout à fait. Tout à fait. Be careful in tout à fait. There is a liaison, and in this expression you always have to say it because if not it sounds very weird. So you have to say tout à fait instead of tout à fait. And the final 3 ways to say oui in French are parfait, très bien, super. Parfait, très bien, super. They all mean very good, yes, okay. In English, I would generally translate them as alright, alright. You know when you're saying, can you do that for me? Alright, I can. Yes, I can. Alright, tout à fait. Sorry, parfait, très bien, or super. Est-ce que tu peux faire ça pour moi? Très bien. Depends on who you're talking to. Someone will use the word super if they are very dynamic, maybe a bit younger. Parfait is something you would hear within a more formal situation. And très bien is just neutral. So let's recap all the ways to say oui in French. Oui, oui merci, ouais, mouais, si, ok, d'accord, ça roule. And check the video from last week to know more about that. Bien sûr, évidemment, carrément, bah oui, tout à fait, with the liaison, tout à fait, parfait, très bien, super. If you got something out of this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week on Just French It. À la prochaine!